at this stage, you should have created your table of contents for your business card directory. I've created mine here. And if we export this as a PDF, export as an interactive PDF to test it out, we'll notice one thing that is a bit annoying is that we have to use the back button to navigate through our table of contents, and that's not a good usability thing. So if we get to our table of contents, I've just added on a bright red background with green text, which is difficult to read. If you also notice, we have about 3 different types of alignment and 3 different fonts on this page. Examples of our bad designs are us. But if we click on the links, they should work. So if I go to GemMota, that does work. However, usability-wise, just like on a web page, you would never want to have to do back all the way to get back to where you were. So we should have a button on every page that allows us to go back to our main directory. And because it's on every page, we should place that on our master. So that's what we'll be doing next. So I'm going to navigate up to my master page. I will only unlock my buttons layer so I know that I'm working on that. And click on that, and I'm going to add a new button. Now, a button can be a graphic like we've used before with a hover effect, or we can make it out of just text. So we'll make a button out of some text. And I'm going to put in here back to business card directory. I'll select one of the fonts that we've been using. So I'll put it back on Papyrus. Condensed. If we put it on condensed, it makes it even more difficult to read. So another example of bad design. And I'm just going to increase the font a bit, give it a color. Maybe something that we can read a bit of. And the other thing I will do is select the text box, add a background to it, a background color to it, just to make it look like it is a bit of a button. Again, we'll just pick something to show our bad design, bad use of contrast. And I believe I might even, Command plus, zoom in, directory, fix that. So lack of alignment, real lack of contrast. However, we can still make this work technically, even if it is poor design. So I have this, I'm going to create a button for that. But before I make that into a button, what I can do, what I should do and need to do is add a bookmark back to the our table of contents page. So I'm going to click on that, make sure you have the arrow and you're on that page, and I'm going to add one more new bookmark and call this TOC for my table of contents. So now that I have a table of contents bookmark in place, I'm going to go back to my master page, select my text box that I'd like to create into a button, and bring out my buttons and forms. So this is of type button. I need to have my event on release or tap, and then the associated action. Now here, we'll have it go to a destination. And when we have it go to a destination, we can just pick table of contents. We don't need to have any rollover effect on that. I'm going to turn that off. We could make it with a different color and have a rollover, but you know how to do that now, so we don't need to do that. And since it's on the master, we should see it now on every page that has that master style applied. To test that out, first we'll save, then we'll export as our interactive PDF. And hopefully when we click on our links now, back to business card directory, and it links back. So it's as simple as adding something to the master page, and then that appears on every single page. So go ahead now and add that back button onto your own file.